my loves, welcome back. Happy Tuesday. Hope you guys are having a fantastic week so far. This portion of the video is supposed to be the ending of the video, but I know information sometimes get lost, and I really don't want this part of the the message to be lost, so I edited to the beginning of the vlog. But I hope you watch the vlog to the end. If you're new here, welcome. If you have not yet subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button in order to help my channel to get out there. Anyways, let me just get straight into it before my battery dies. If you look at the title, it says that I almost quit, and the reality, I started to feel the pressure again by creating contents, and you're looking at the views, and it's it's just like about 50 views, and you're putting in so much work into your videos, and you're asking, are you reaching anyone out there? The algorithm is not pushing your video out there. Then I look at the comment section, and people, when I post videos with food, you get more interaction, people asking you for recipe. You notice that the shots with little videos with food gets more views. So I'm wondering, like, should I post more food videos, or should I stick to sharing my journey? And lo and behold, when I was feeling that down feeling this morning, God just had me, Oprah. I saw an interview with Oprah, and that reminded me why I should continue to share my journey, because I followed Oprah for years, and it's what drew me to looking at Oprah is because of my struggle with weight, and she struggled with weight all her life, and she was a motivation to me back then. She motivated me. She, I held on. I had hope because I saw her gain weight, I saw her lose weight, I saw her try different forms of diet, and it worked. Some worked. She gained the weight back and surplus, and that was basically my journey. I had similar journey. And even what was more powerful this morning, I went out to work this morning. A client, I do house calls, and I got a call from a client. I went out, have no idea who the client is, and it was an American couple, very nice people, and so I had no idea what I was meeting, and the situation. And then I spoke to the client, and he is struggling with his weight, and he has been struggling with his weight, and I spoke life into him, because he sat and he received the message, and he was shocked about my journey when I shared my journey with me being morbidly obese, which he's morbidly obese, and he's here in Grenada, trying to just live a different life, to basically save his life, through the natural food we have here, vegetation, whatnot, and he just want a different approach to eating and everything. And I shared my journey, and he was inspired by my journey, and that itself, it spoke to me. It's like the purpose of you starting this channel is to help somebody. At least if you have one viewer, that person, you're reaching them somehow, you're connecting with them. And sometimes I believe that a lot of YouTubers probably went through that stage where they felt as giving up, but that spoke to me this morning, and I was praying, and I was silently praying, like for that push, for that encouragement. And then as the day continues, because I didn't even feel motivated to go out to walk. After I left that client today, I put on my sneakers and I went out and walked. Then I spoke to my husband again. He spoke life into me. Then I saw a few people comment in my, I checked my YouTube studio, and I got a few comments that people actually enjoy the contents. People actually gravitate into it. Probably not the amount that you would like to reach, but I am doing exactly what I was purposed to do. So it was just mind-blowing. You know, God, I was praying for different things. I was praying for different outcomes. You know, I was praying for, you know, like to get up one morning and just see, you know, I have 1,000 views with a long form video. But I am going to continue to do what I'm going to, what I set out to do. And that is to inspire, that is to encourage. And today I left my client, you know, I felt at peace. You know, I felt at peace. He subscribed to my channel, and his wife also will subscribe to my channel. And I will continue to use this platform. I will continue to use my voice. I will continue. Yes, I will post food video because people want to eat. People want to know simple recipes. But I would not, you know, stray for what I set out here to do, what I was purpose to do, what I was called to do, just because a few people prefer food videos. I will share food videos, yes, but that is not my calling, just to, you know, to cook on camera. So I'm at it again. I will continue, you know, I will continue sharing my journey. I will continue to inspire. I will continue to share my experiences. I'm still learning, I'm still evolving, and I hope you guys continue on this journey with me. I hope that I'm reaching you. You know, maybe you're not commenting or interacting, but you know, I cannot force people to do what they don't feel comfortable doing, but I will continue to do what I was called to do. I will share my journey. I will continue to encourage. I will continue to motivate where I can. And I just thank God this morning for just placing that interview with Oprah Winfrey, because this woman struggled with her weight all her life. And I looked at her. I remember at one point, when I still have the jiggly arm, and I used to look at Oprah arm, and I'm like, if Oprah, who have so much money, never did skin removal surgery and she could do it, why am I obsessing over, you know, a little jiggle? Why am I, you know, stressing myself? That was one of the reasons too that I've never, you know, the thought came in, I spoke about it, but that's a whole other topic. I spoke about it briefly the other day, and I'm like, you know what, that's a whole different topic, so I'm going to talk about that in another video. But that was something that I look at Oprah. She had so much money and she never did that surgery to remove, you know, any plastic surgery or anything to enhance her look. You know, all her struggle was with weight. She tried, she had chef, she had this, she had that, and that was my story. I had a similar story, and there's other people out there who are going through that right now, you know, and if I can help in some way, that is what I want to do. That is what I want to use this channel to do, is to help the helpless. Because this gentleman this morning, he wants to live. He wants to be happy. And he wants to enjoy food as well, right? And Grenada have, you know, a lot of good food, a lot of whole food. And I told him, you know, different things that he can eat. And, you know, he's excited, and I'm going to use this channel. That is why I said I will share food, but I don't want to be pressured into doing anything. When I'm ready, I'm going to feel, when I'm comfortable, you know, when I have enough time to pick up the camera and do my cooking videos, I will do that. But I would not be pressured. I would not be derailed from what I was purposed or called here to do. So friends, as I said, this is supposed to be the ending of the video, so there is more to look at, so continue to watch the entire vlog. So I'm going to end the video now in the beginning. So thank you so much for watching, and if you have not yet subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. So I'll talk to you very soon in the next video. Hey my love, welcome back. Happy Monday. This weekend has been crazy, trying to get everything back in order, trying to get my life back in order. But I'm here, I'm doing well. I'm happy to be recording my videos. Today I want to do, I need to juice because I'm on my last shot. So I need to get my juicing done. I tried the blending thing. It tasted good, but I prefer juicing. So although I hate using the juicer because you have to take all this big heavy machine out and do what I have to do and clean it up after, but I prefer to do juicing. It's way better. I'm gonna make some chia pudding because I'm heading out in a while to go get my walk. I got my workout in this morning already. I am wearing my outfit from Gymshark. This is the first time I'm actually wearing it to go out. I just did the video the last time just to show you guys. It fits really good. I hope you can see it. Fits really good. So I have a bit of errands to go do to pick up some medical results, and I into natural products. Some of you may know that. So I have a little bit of delivery to do, and I'm heading out for my nice date with nature. So before I do that, I wanted to make a chia pudding, and it's not complicated. It's just about 3 ingredients. Some chia seeds. I'm using about 2 tablespoons, and because I want to have snacks ready, because the work was being done in the kitchen, I could not really prepare anything, so I kind of was grabbing at anything. I had popcorn. Well, nothing wrong with popcorn, but I mean, like, I prefer to have like healthy, popcorn is healthy. I have things like chia pudding that add some protein and stuff like that. So I'm just doing some stevia, chia seeds, and some milk. So I'm making enough for 2 days, because when coming to snacks, I don't like the same snacks every day. The other day I started to do a little, I made a video, and when I'm looking back, 35 people viewed the video. But when I look back at the video, I started to speak about certain things, and I'm like, you know what? That's separate topics. So why not do a video where you can actually get into depth of the experiences? So I pulled that video down, and I will revisit the topics because it's a lot of information that I have to share. So I'm just shaking it up, because sometimes when you put it in the fridge, it clumps up. So I want to make sure that I get all the seeds mixed up with the liquid. Sometimes I add some fruits to this, so probably I might do some blueberry and whatever I have there. So yeah, just shake it up, and then I put it in the fridge, and voila, let it sit for like a few hours, and then I have my chia pudding. Like about, well, I like to leave it overnight, so I will leave that one overnight. So yes, I shared I came up with a recipe yesterday I wanted berry muffins, and the kitchen was in a mess because of the work, and I had this little area that I could have made, could work. And then I said, let me make something quick, and I just pulled together a cranberry muffin, and that muffin was so good. I need to actually jot down the recipe, and then I will make it, and then I will share it. I don't like to share things if it's not complete, so I'm just gonna write down what I use and then make it now that my kitchen is complete. So yes, this is my chia pudding. Still find it has some clump to the top here. So I'm gonna go out and do my thing, and then we'll talk a little bit when I get back. Hope you guys are doing well. If you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe. So friends, I'll talk to you in a bit. I'm enjoying this walk, but nature is just so beautiful around this time of the year. The beautiful blooms, and the breeze is blowing, so it's just cool and nice. But I must say, this outfit from Gymshark, it's the bomb, because it's so cool, it's so lightweight, and today is somewhat a hot day, but I'm not feeling it. I'm not even wearing sunscreen because I forget it in the other car. I forget my hat, because normally I'm out with a hat, but I feel good. The clothing have me feeling really cool. Let me show you some flowers I can. Look at the landscape. Look how beautiful it is. So this is the time I get to walk, so I'm taking advantage of it. So I'll see you when I get back home. My loves, so I just got back from my walk and picked the kids up, so they're here, so it's gonna be a little bit loud. I'm trying to make something to eat, but I had about 3 roast corn, literally 3 roast corn, and so I'm gonna cook some rice. I had some leftover salmon that I did yesterday. Let me just take it out. I have some leftover salmon. I just baked it with some cherry tomatoes, a little bit of coconut oil, salt, pepper, onions, and that was it. And then I made a coleslaw. Have a little leftovers there. So I used a low fat mayo. And so I'm just going to cook some rice. I have it soaking here just a little bit, and well, that's all the rice I have. So when that finishes, I need to go to the groceries, but I'm trying to use up everything that I have. I have to make some bagels because I did the bagels last night, so I have it in the fridge here. It's sourdough bagel, so I'm just going to boil them and bake it. If the kids stay away, I'm able to do it, record doing it, but I made those last night, the sourdough bagels. I was planning to juice. Maybe I'll juice tomorrow, because when the kids are home, they all want to participate in juicing, and sometimes it was just a big mess. I love having them help me, because I want them be a part of everything, but sometimes they could make a mess when I'm really not having it. I wet my plants this morning. Whoops, I break the leaves in this one. So I water them. I have to put them back. So far, I've been hitting all my goals. Everything that I've set out for 2026, I've been really committed towards it. My self-care, I am doing my spiritual life, I'm doing good there. I just need to make it to church. I haven't gone to church since, I didn't even go All Year's Night because somebody called me and told me that the traffic is crazy and there's a lot of detour, and my daughter fell asleep, so I did not make it to church. But I did do listen to somebody that a preacher that I always listen to online. So I rang in the New Year's, really taking in the word, and I've been really committed. My nutrition so far, I am doing pretty good. Last week I had 2 occasions, and something that I warn people about, but I caught myself doing it. Like, I was so busy during the week, and during that day, one of the day when I had a little party to go to, is a friend that was having a celebration. She lived in Grenada for like 25 years, so she has a house yet. She's a Grenadian. And so she had a little get together. So I only had breakfast, but I believe what happened, I had plans the morning, so I was just busy going, and then the time creep up on me. So I went to the gathering and I did not have lunch or anything. So I started to just nibbles, because it's nibbles they had there. There was lots of alcohol, but the girl wasn't faced by it. So I nibble. I started with a piece of toast with some guacamole. Then there was samosa, and there was something like samosa again. I started to nibble on that. I had 2 of each. And then I had a ting, which is a grapefruit drink. So I had one first, and then another friend came, and then she was like, "Are you having a drink?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll have a ting again." So I had to stop myself. I'm like, no, because I felt like I could literally eat, and then I just turn on my fasting app and I stop myself, because trust me, I was not hungry to say hungry, but I just, as how everybody was eating, I could have just get caught up and then just eat way too much. So I encouraging anyone, whether you're on a fitness journey, lifestyle journey, weight loss, stick to your meals. Whatever meals you have planned for the day, eat your meals, because don't say, well, okay, I'm going to eat later, I'm going to a party later, I'm going to dinner later, I will eat later. Trust me, you can go overboard easily. And somebody who is disciplined, when I'm telling you, I had to put on my app. So I basically drank 1 thing and a half, because I'm looking at the rest of the thing in the glass and I'm like, nope, I'm not having you. I'm not drinking 2 things. I'm going to drink water. And yeah, so it can happen to anyone. So if you have your meal planned for the day, stick to whatever you know, better you eat less when you go out than you say you skipping a meal and then trying to make it up, you know, for dinner or whatever the occasion. That can be crazy, trust me. Cook that rice. The kitchen is done. I am loving my kitchen, the color, because it has been 12, 13 years now. It was in the same color, about 14 years it was in the same color. and it needed an upgrade in terms of color because it's a very strong kitchen, and we did some work not too long ago. There was an overhead, so we removed that and then we changed the countertop. They had like tiles before, so now we have, can't remember this one, but it's like a it's a very expensive material though. And then we did the floating shelf, and then we did a unit over there. So we did a lot. So it needed a color, and I am so happy right now because I was tired of the same look. So I'm going to be creating a lot of recipes and doing a lot of dishes. I really want to not just, I wouldn't give you guys the recipes that I use for business. I would actually give you simple recipes until, when I create my cookbook, then you're gonna get like everything, you know what I mean? But I will share good recipes. I would not give you, old recipes. I'm giving you good recipes you could cook for your family, things that I cook at home and whatnot. But I wouldn't be giving like my black cake recipe and all of that. But other recipes I will definitely share. I'm so excited about that cranberry muffin because it was so good, and I really want people to know that you can enjoy the things you love, but you can make it in a healthier version of it. Because with that cranberry muffin, I have some whole wheat flour, so I use whole wheat pastry flour. Then I use half cup of the whole wheat. Then I use half cup of the white flour. I use half cup of sugar, white sugar, and I rub the zest of the lemon and the orange into the sugar. I use 1 egg, and I use the whey from when I strain my Greek yogurt. I use that, and then I use a tablespoon of milk. So I use half cup of the whey. Half cup of the whey? No, I use a cup of the whey, and then I use a tablespoon of the milk and some vanilla extract, and I mix the dry with the wet and some baking powder. I use a teaspoon of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. So yeah, basically that, and I put it together, and then I add a cup of whole cranberry, and that chef kiss, that was amazing. I enjoy breakfast. Funny thing, and it's only 155 calories because I actually run everything through, and I end up having 2 muffins. I literally ate 2 muffins, and because it's low in calories and I felt for it, I'm like, you know what, I'm having 2 muffins. So I had my muffin and a cup of coffee, and that was my breakfast. I have the other one in the fridge because I make 4. If my husband is home, I will make like the full 6 or 12 because I know he will knock that out in probably a day. But for me, I really, I just want to have I have the self-control because I have another one in the fridge. In the freezer, I put them in the freezer. But this is things that I do because I just don't want to have access to it. So when you know that something is there, no matter how disciplined you are, it's there. You will probably grab at it instead of picking up, making something, because I had no snacks. So that's why I made the chia pudding today, and that will take me through, say, Wednesday, and then probably on Wednesday I will make some overnight oats or something, But today I had a smoothie, a protein smoothie, so I'm pretty much, today was taken care of. And so I prefer to have these kind of things. It's healthier, high fiber, because I really want to stick to, my goals and whatnot. So like the muffin that I have there, I will leave it until next Sunday, so I really don't need to bake again next Sunday because I already have a treat in the freezer. My daughter, surprisingly, the younger one, she had one and I was like, wow, she actually ate it, because I know she don't like things like cranberry and stuff like that, but she had it and it was good. I'm just going to wash the rice because I'm putting it in the rice cooker. And I like to have it all the starch come out from. For my rice, I just add a little salt, just a little, and then a little black pepper. With a little bit of olive oil. And that's all. My daughter put her bag there. Yep. So this will cook. And then I will have myself some dinner. Yes, so I'm pretty much good for the week. Once I do the rice, I bought some tuna today. I went to the fish shop and I purchased some tuna because I'm trying to limit the meat consumption. And I did reach out to my poultry guy. He had no chicken whatsoever, so which is good. So some ground turkey that I bought yesterday, so I'm gonna have that for the rest of the week. I want to do my groceries. I will need to do it probably like a grocery haul. I will probably have to do it later on in the month because I have food at home and I don't really need things. The only things I go to the supermarket for is just fresh fruits, like for my toddler for school, like bananas when I don't have, because last week I had a big bunch of banana. I sold some and then they ripe so fast and she was just like eating them, so I have to go pick up some. Well, I got some yesterday for her, some oranges, so that will take her through the week. So basically the only things that I need in the groceries on the weekend is like fruits for her and probably some vegetables. So there's no point, doing that as a grocery haul to show you how, eating healthy does not cost so much, even though yes, food might be expensive here, it's not crazy. You just be selective. You don't need to buy everything in the groceries. And what I do, I shop at different supermarkets. I don't give one supermarket all my money. I shop at different supermarkets, and to me that's helping all the business, right? I'm giving back to all the business, different businesses, and to get what I want, I compare prices, because one, they have it $1 less or $2 less. Yes, it might be time consuming driving to different supermarket, but anything to save $1, find something to do. I have some laundry to take care of and I have to work tomorrow. So I'll talk to you probably tomorrow.